Hey everyone, Ben here. I thought I'd make a quick video that shows what I did to recently upgrade the lighting in my shop. So let me get behind the camera here and show you the before and after so you can see what I'm talking about. So on the left here, this fixture is 4 old T12 fluorescent lights. There's 4 lights in that fixture. Each one of the lights is 40 watts. And there are 2 magnetic ballasts that are driving that. This is the new lighting. This is 2 tubes of only 32 watts each with an electronic ballast driving the 2 tubes. As you can see, the lighting intensity is pretty similar between the two. The newer one is also much whiter. I have the camera white balance set on sunlight, so hopefully this will give you some representation of the actual quality of the light. Let me also try stopping the camera lens down so that you can see the actual luminance of the fixture. So there's the 2 bulbs, the 2 new 32 watt bulbs, and there's the old 4 bulbs, 40 watts each. So as you can see, pretty big power savings, and the quality of the light is also quite a bit better for the newer stuff. So let me tell you what exactly I changed here. So this catalog is what sparked the whole idea of upgrading the shop lighting, and this catalog is mostly LEDs. In fact, it's all LEDs, and I thought, oh, that might be pretty cool. So I looked through it and started getting some ideas for how I might improve my shop lighting, either make it more energy efficient and or improve the quality of the light itself. But unfortunately, LEDs have a really long way to go in terms of price. So there's really only 2 numbers to consider when looking at a lighting system. There's the installation cost, and we could print that in sort of dollars per lumen. So if you've got a really bright light fixture, that helps. You won't need as many light fixtures. So dollars per lumen is really the best way to gauge the initial installation cost for a fixture. And then you have the lighting system's efficiency, which we could tag in lumens per dollar, and that'll tell you, or lumens per watt rather. So that'll tell you how many watts the system is going to burn as it's running. So LEDs are not too good in either category, actually. The worst is the installation cost, the lumens per dollar. So I looked through most of the high power LED solutions in this catalog, and unfortunately they don't post lumens per dollar in this catalog. I don't know why. It seems like a pretty important number to me. But these LEDs are all pretty large form factor. Some of them are custom. I mean, most of them are kind of weird sizes. But Bridgelux seems to have the best, the cheapest ones, the best lumens per dollar. So I calculated it out, and the best ones are about 82 lumens per dollar, which is actually not that good. Just for comparison, these T8 fluorescent lights are about 240 lumens per dollar. So that's not very good. I mean, we're talking, 4 times at least. Well, not quite 4, I guess 3 times more in this case. But some of these other LEDs are not even as good as 82 lumens per dollar. And then the other problem is that the color spectrum on these LEDs is not very continuous. Fluorescents produce a better quality of light, meaning that they have a higher color rendering index. So things will look better under fluorescent lighting, at least so far. I mean, LED technology is still coming along, but at this point, it's really not even worth considering. And in terms of energy efficiency, again, the fluorescent light beats it. The LED is coming in at about 86 lumens per watt, without counting its power supply. That's assuming a 100% efficient power supply for the LED, which is not going to happen either. So even if the power supply is 90% efficient, we're still talking like 70 to 80 lumens per watt, which is not good. I mean, this fluorescent right here is at least 92 lumens per watt, and it might even be a little bit better with an electronic ballast. So the next once discounting LEDs, the next thing to consider are what style fluorescent. So this is an old T12 lamp. This is a T8 lamp. And the T5 lamps I don't have because I didn't buy any. They're very expensive, And if you go on the net, you'll see a lot of information about, oh, you know, T5 is, oh, that's really the way to go, it's the best thing. But the way that the measurements are taken in terms of lumens per watt, the T5s end up looking a lot better than they actually are. One problem is that T5 fluorescents are rated in terms of their efficiency at electronic ballast frequencies. So an electronic ballast operates at 20 or 30 kilohertz or something, and provides the bulb with a pretty high or higher efficiency than at 60 hertz. T8 and T12 fluorescent bulbs are rated at 60 hertz, even though you could buy electronic ballasts and run them off of that, which is what actually most high-quality lighting installations do. So it's really not fair to compare lumens per watt from T8 to T5 unless you're comparing them at the same drive frequency with the same electronic ballast, basically. And when you do that, the T5 efficiency is only just a tiny bit better than T8. I mean, we're talking like a couple percent at most or something. And the higher fixture cost and the higher bulb cost doesn't come close to making it worthwhile. So T8 is absolutely the obvious choice for shop lighting. So T12 is old, and this is really out. I mean, at this point, T12 is not competitive in terms of lighting quality or lumens per watt or anything. So this is an old tube, and this is probably what's in your shop now if you haven't changed the lighting in a while. So we'll get rid of that. T5 is still pretty new. It's a really thin bulb, 5/8 of an inch. That's where the T number comes from. 12 is 12/8 of an inch or an inch and a half. T8 is 1 inch, and T5 is 5/8. And if you go to your local Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, you might find like a few T5 fixtures, but generally not that many, and there's not very many bulbs to choose from. So why does T8 win? T8 is really nice because you can choose from a lot of different bulbs. If you get an electronic ballast, they'll operate very efficiently. You just saw that 2 T8 bulbs, the 32-watt T8 bulbs, were pretty comparable in light output to 4 old T12 bulbs. So I'm not saying this is a fair comparison between new T8 or old T12 and new T8. I'm trying to say that if you're upgrading the lighting in your shop, this is the kind of improvement you could expect to see from your old T12 bulbs. So the other nice thing about T8 is that the base is the same. So you can upgrade your lighting fixtures without changing the actual fixture itself. You can just open it up, take out the old ballast, put in a new electronic ballast, and then put the new lights in. You don't have to landfill the whole light fixture. So let me show you what I did. I retrofitted those 4 bulb fixtures in the ceiling, and then also added some 2 bulb fixtures to other areas in the shop. And for those, the cheapest way to go is to actually buy cheap $10 shop lights, buy $15 electronic ballasts, and then just do the retrofit on the new shop light fixture. So what I did was I just, cracked it open right away and just ripped out that old magnetic ballast, which is not very efficient. And these are Sylvania 4 bulb ballasts. The model number is QTP4X32T8/UNV, which is universal voltage. I ended up going with the 5000K daylight bulbs, which are actually really nice. The spectrum is good, and these have a CRI, or a color rendering index, of 86, which is not excellent, but quite good for fluorescent bulbs. And the high CRI actually makes it look like things are brighter, like colors are easier to see under a light with a high CRI. And it's definitely a worthwhile upgrade. Spend the extra 50 cents or $1 to get the decent bulbs. The other benefit of having an electronic ballast is that the lights don't flicker, at least not visibly, not like an old magnetic ballast, and the ballasts don't hum. So those are also some really good improvements that if you spend 8 hours or more a day under this lighting, believe me, at the end of the day, having a flicker-free, hum-free, full spectrum lighting is definitely worth it. And if you're saving energy in the process, it's just win all around. So there you go. So a $10 shop light, $15 ballast, put it together with the full spectrum lights, and you'll save quite a lot of energy and have better light. So I hope that was helpful. See you next time.